Alright, Outlaws. Already been getting some questions on weight, various things on the Sightmark Wraith that they mailed me for trial period. I'm going to go over some of the features real quick. I am using the cheat sheet, so if I'm not looking at you, that's why. Day-night mode, you got full color daytime viewing. Nighttime, you've got black and white or the classic emerald green for night vision. I do like that. My Photon was just black and white. This, you've seen anyway. The color was really nice. High definition sensor, high resolution imaging with video recording in 1080p HD, whatever that means. I'm a shooter. 8x digital zoom, a 4x optical system for up to 32x magnification. Power is 4 AA batteries, up to 4.5 hours of battery life. It also has an external micro USB port, power port. It's located here. And also that is where your micro SD card is installed. It does photo or video recording. Memory card not included. You'll have to get your micro memory card. Let's see. 200 yard nighttime detection range. I will say that looking through this versus my, this is the box it comes in. It's a 4x32x50 digital rifle scope. 5 weapon profiles. Okay, here's some more information. 5 weapon profiles, so you can store your 5 different, at least up to 5 different weapons. Additional Weaver rail mounts for accessories here on the top, and that's where you'll be putting your IR illuminator if you choose to use the one they send you, or you can mount it on a rail somewhere if you want. 10 reticle options with 9 color modes. 8x digital zoom, I probably already said that. Built-in HD video recording, night vision mode. Going from night to day is really easy. Here on your pad, your left arrow here, you just click, click, click. It goes from color to black and white to emerald green. Real easy to use. Record, your right arrow, you just hit it starts recording, or picture. If you got it in record or picture mode, you just hit that and it goes right in. Your zoom, just zoom out, zoom back in, or zoom, whatever. You got it. Zoom in, zoom back out. Easy. I will say, you know, the first 2 zooms are still pretty good. You know, after that it's a digital zoom, so it's going to start getting grainy. It's not an actual lens zoom. The focus is real easy to work. I like that. The eye relief, there's eye relief back here. The focus, you can really focus it in, and I've seen some other people do videos on it, and they didn't do really all that well in their videos. As far as, I don't think they spent much time with it. I don't think they had theirs focused. Magnifications, 4x32 again, 50mm lens, digital zoom 8x. Field of view at 100 yards is 21, whatever that is. Eye relief is 2.4 inches. Resolution is 1920 by 1080. Reticle numbers 10. Reticle color is 9. Range of detection 200 yards. That's at night. Battery type 4 AAA or 4 AA. We've already discussed that. Battery life 4.5 hours. I will say I talked to a vendor, and he said you're not going to get 4.5 hours unless you just turn everything down really dim, maybe, or if you have some sweet lithium, whatever, ion, I don't know, some kind of awesome battery. Material, it's made out of aluminum. Its length is 10.5 inches long. I will go over some other stuff on length here in a minute. Water rating, it's water resistant. Its weight is 36.3 ounces. Now that sounds a little heavy, but I have the Photon and it's a lot lighter scope, but by the time I add a nicer illuminator and by the time I add a mini DVR to the back, when I add that mini DVR, it probably weighs, all of that probably weighs about the same as this. I will say that, and I don't know if that weight includes their light or not. I don't know if it includes batteries. I don't know. Batteries are over here. This locking lever is really nice and stiff, so it won't be flopping on you. That's where your 4 AA's go in. You can use this rail for their light. I like it on the right hand side because in the other video I'm right handed. I want to be able to adjust this on my left hand. I will probably be running my light on it just for this takes rechargeable batteries. I will say I do like this light. It's a UNV IR20. Both of them adjust flood. This is a great light. It takes CR123s. That's its only downfall. But I wish that Ultimate Night Vision would make their battery the same size as 2 CR123As, and you could use it on most of your illuminators. If they would sell, at least just sell a package like that, that would be awesome. If they would sell just a battery and a battery charger that's the exact same size as 2 CR123As, that would be awesome. The mounting on the scope was another question. It's just a rail with your flatheads. It mounts to your rail. I did try to put this onto my 1022 and these didn't line up on my 1022. Now I did right here, I've got rail risers. I spread them apart so hopefully y'all can see them. I did get rail risers. This was really too low for me. I kind of like my on an AR platform because a regular rifle, you know, it dips down right here. The buffer tube is straight on these. It really needs some kind of rail risers, and whoever's selling these scopes needs to probably offer that. Another thing those rail risers do, they allow me to use my my brass catcher. They allow me to use that, and that is really great because I've got this on 300 blackout and I don't want to lose my brass. I really like that with the rail risers. That helped, and it also helped me get back to there, probably 3/8 to a ½ inch further back, so I'm not having to, you know, push in really tight to look. You're looking through a computer screen in here. That's what you're looking through. You know, IR is a great alternate for cheap night vision. This is probably going to be your best option for cheap IR night vision. Infrared light is a light, you can't see it with the naked eye. This illuminator has 3 different brightnesses, which is nice if you're hunting. And if you've never used IR, it's a flashlight that only this scope can see. Now I have noticed deer can see the beam. They will look at it. As long as I don't change brightnesses, they'll stand there. Not that I'm shooting deer at night, but they will stand there and look at it, and when I go to hitting the different brightnesses, they'll take off and run. That's the only thing I've noticed. The beaver haven't really noticed anything. I haven't done much hog hunting with it. I just love this because of the rechargeable battery. I do hear this is just as good illuminator as this one. I do hear that. The vendor said the reason this does not record audio is because they were trying to keep it under 500 bucks, and that was what had to go. That's the only thing that had to go. These are very hard to get, he says. He's sold out, and he's getting back ordered right now. The vendor did. He said these are extremely hard to get. They go as quick as they come, and he's already back ordered. So getting your hands on one of these may take a little while, but I think it's worth the wait. The ATN's customer service is just not, and that's what they're going against ATN, and ATN's customer service is just not what I like. They're just, other than that, drawbacks to infrared. Sorry, this is going to be a little long, but if you are interested in something like this, you need to know fog you cannot shoot in. It's just like driving in the fog with your high beams on. That light is reflecting back to you. Also, if you're on a pond and your temperature drops and the water starts steaming, you're out. You're out of the hunt. I mean, that's just the way. That's the nature of IR. It's a light that you can't see, but it's bouncing back at you. Also, if you are in the woods, like really tight trees and stuff, you can turn down your brightness and you can turn down your illuminator some, and it may help, but that beam is going to hit those trees that are closer to you, and it's going to blind you. You're not going to be able to. And if it's enough moon or something, you can possibly turn your illuminator off or way down and turn your brightness way down and see better. I haven't dealt with that a lot. We're usually hunting open water or open fields. That's what I've been accustomed to hunting, but I have noticed just sighting in at my range, I always sight them in during the day, but I have gone down there and tried to look at my target at night through the pine trees, and they're not 5-6 feet apart. The trees are just blinding me. And then I have noticed that even on the pond, when there's a tree close by and I'm trying to look, it'll just blind me. You can watch some of my other videos and see some of my hunting videos and get a feel for what you're going to see. Now, when we do hunt, we take one thermal and I take one infrared. I sit back and drink Mountain Dew and I let him scan. I just sit back in the front of the boat. I let him run the motor. He scans. Now I've got 2 of these. This is the easiest way to hunt if you're hunting with a guy that has thermal. Put you one of these on his rifle. Put it on there. You can turn it from flood to spot. Okay. When he sees something, tell him to turn that. Leave your scope off. Just leave it off. Leave your illuminator off. Everything. When he says he sees something and he wants you to help verify, tell him to turn his illuminator on. And these do come with 2 batteries. Tell him to turn his illuminator on. You turn your scope on, leave your illuminator off, and you look for his beam. And when you find his beam, turn your illuminator on, and then verify what he's seeing. If he can't really make it out in thermal, sometimes thermal in water, they're wet, they're pretty close. They're not showing as much heat signature as they should be. That's just my tips on night hunting with somebody with thermal. Hope y'all enjoy. Hope this was informative. Appreciate y'all watching. Also, forgot to mention this scope does come with a manual. Yeah, you don't need it. It's that easy to use. Some of the other infrareds, night vision scopes I've had, I have to either go through the manual or watch a video every time on how to use the one-shot sight in. I have not looked at that manual. I sighted this in, everything without a manual. It is so easy to use. You will love it. I mean, some of the other ones I've had, I have to go watch their video every time to resight, and they mess up their video. They say hold enter on their video. They say hold enter on one of my other night vision scopes, and every time you hold enter, it sends you back to the factory setting. You're supposed to press enter, and they say hold, so I have to restart every time. I even wrote on my own instructions down on their scope so that I'd know what to do. I had to write my own down, but since I'm not using that scope anymore at all. Also, I will include this. They have a comparison against the ATN X sight to the Sightmark Wraith. I will take a picture of this and I'll leave like a 3-second clip at the end. Y'all can pause it if you want, read everything. Appreciate it.